Good evening. We got the pretty one up front.
Mm,
So, welcome to Integrated Health's 7 o'clock talk. And tonight we're going to talk about fat. And yes, I mean fat as in body fat, and how to take care of body fat. Uh oh.
uh-oh. What did I do?
I don't know what you did, but
I
we're
won't
back.
touch that again.
So, what ends up happening is when we want to talk about body fat and losing weight,
Hey, Miss Kathy.
everything works. So if you restrict calories, restricting calories work. If you work out more, working out more works. But if those things aren't working and your diet is clean and it's not working, then you have to ask yourself what else is going on. And that's why we've started, doing testing. And actually, I just want to go up front right now and say that I just received notification from Diagnostic Labs that as of October 1st, the price of the GI map and Neomics is actually going up. They said they haven't had a price increase since 2015, and now they're going to actually raise the prices because everything's going up. We can't get butterflies. It's crazy. Luckily, she is a very good stick and can get people without the. What is the dog doing?
Libby's over there hacking.
Um, but we can get blood. So let's get back to what's happening. So when that happens, then there is a problem with your ability to utilize fatty acids. So I have been battling my weight now for years. And I never understood why I kept this around my midsection. And I always thought that that was just because of insulin resistance, and stuff like that. But when we take my insulin now, I've taken it probably half a dozen times, and my insulin levels are always between 2 and 4. So for me, it's not insulin. And for Jessica, it's not insulin and it's not her diet. And so we get to see it. We get to see what's going on when we start to look at what's happening in these lab tests. When you have pathogens and you have bacteria and parasites, like I do, then your body stays in a constant inflammatory response. And when that happens to you, then your body starts to break down its amino acids. So if we go over here, and this is why we do these together so we can look at them. But when we start to see the amino acids dropping down, well, here you're looking at stress and mood, and we can see some things on me. Toxic impacts. Let's go to metabolites. Let's go wrong way.
I got waspers in there.
Yes, we're having the age-old wasp versus
They're,
waspers.
they're waspers, and I've had waspers all over the porch, and I got this wasper catcher thing.
So when we look
So
at this, we see that my amino acids are pretty good. The problem is that I do have two of them. One is histidine and one is L-lysine or lysine. These are off, and when they're off, you start to burn your amino acids and you can't use them. So I get pretty sore when I work out and work out legs and stuff like that. And you wouldn't think, with as anti-inflammatory of a diet as I have, that I would do that, but I do. Nutrition, we see biotin low on me, and these are all things that your body will start to take and use as energy. And you got to remember the organic acids test, or the omics test, is a look at how your body is functioning. The GI map is a look at the structure of what your body has in it
at the time that you took the sample.
at the time that you took the sample, and that Helicobacter, which we see that is an infection, is there. And so what that does is that impairs the body's ability to work normally. And so a lot of people, when Jess did her thermograph, and they were telling her she's inflamed, and that's what the organic acids in the GI map shows us. It doesn't allow her body to utilize fatty acids and to go into that what they call beta oxidation easily, and it takes time to rid the body of infection and then to repair the gut and to do that. And then once you start to do that, then it's like me, weight just starts to slowly, normally, naturally come off. And so what would you say to all of that? What has been your experience so far, other than dealing with your food sensitivities?
My experience,
Mhm.
I'm not having a good one, I'm telling you. I have had hives for 3 weeks. I'm swollen up like a balloon because I have lymphedema issues. So right now, today I would tell you I'm not having a good experience. Next month, maybe.
Well, and that's the whole idea behind all of this. It's to continue to work on it and to continue to take the wrinkles in the body and iron it out. And that is one of the things that if you're exercising and you're watching what you eat and you're getting good sleep and you're not stressed and weight is just stubborn, then you probably have some form of an occult infection. And that's something that you're going to have to address.
We're going to do some more research. I'm quite fascinated by the worms, the helminth therapy. So apparently, if you give your body something to actually attack that it needs to, like worms, and you can give yourself worms by drinking the ovum, but you have to get good ovum, so don't just go out and get a worm. But it'll attack the worms, which it should be attacking, and then it will learn not to attack itself. So we're still researching this, so we'll let you know if we try that.
Well, we're doing that because of autoimmune issues.
Yeah, so the inflammation and the achy joints and the food sensitivities. What's the Danlos?
Ehlers-Danlos and mast cell activation.
So we're still going to research it, but if I try it, which I probably will, maybe I will let you know how that works out. But I've done a little bit of research on it, and it's supposed to have phenomenal responses for people, especially that have autoimmune disorders such as irritable bowel, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, lupus. Because if you give your body something really to attack, then it'll stop attacking self, and then it'll learn to recognize self, and
you build tolerance.
Yeah.
So in that line, think about what she said, which was the body will prioritize the infection, and so it will start to go after that infection. And that's no different than if you have any other type of infection and your body's using its allotted energy, because it can only burn so much energy in a day. And so, or make so much energy in a day. And if it has to prioritize that to the immune system, then you're not going to digest. And that's when we start to get malabsorptive conditions. I cut you off, sorry.
Well, I was going to say that don't just go out and try to give yourself worms. There's actually a specific worm that can't live in the human body more than 2 to 3 weeks. So your body will automatically clear it out. So if you're healthy enough, I should say, your body should clear out the worms in 2 to 3 weeks. So we're going to do some more research. We might bring that to you soon.
And so the last thing that we're going to do here is today is the first day of the challenge. And so if you would all see it within your hearts to,
We'll tell them what the challenge is.
we're riding bikes again to raise money and awareness for childhood cancer. And so that is our link for, she's trying to get me a shirt this time.
Well, our goal is to raise $1,000, but we'd really like to raise at least 500, and we're going to ride 300 miles.
And
Together.
we've already raised over 200. We're over halfway to the 500. So yes, we are going to ride 300 miles apiece pretty easily. So we'll get 600 miles in. But yes, we are looking for donations, please. And thank you all. If you have any questions, go ahead and email us at drmiller@integratedhealthofindiana.com. We've been disappointed in our webmaster. We're supposed to have 3 weeks ago, there was supposed to be the link for the elimination diet, and we still don't have it. So she's on that one because she's more stern than I am. Have a great evening.
See you later.
Goodbye, y'all.